Your Instagram account is more than just a collection of photos and videos. It's actually a digital extension of your life. A curated gallery of your memories, your connections, your personal brand. To you, it represents moments shared with friends and family. But to a cyber criminal, it represents something entirely different. A target. It's a gateway to your personal information. A tool for fraud. A valuable asset to be stolen and sold on the dark web. The threat isn't distant or abstract, it's immediate and growing with each passing day. Every login, every direct message, every follower adds to the value of this digital prize. The illusion of security is a dangerous one. A lot of users believe their accounts are safe behind a simple password, unaware that sophisticated hacking methods are constantly evolving. The reality is that Instagram hacking has become a pervasive and industrialized criminal enterprise. It's no longer just the domain of lone hackers in dark rooms. Developing automated tools, selling stolen credentials in bulk, offering hacking as a service to anyone willing to pay. The question is not if your account will be targeted, but when. The digital walls you believe protect you may be far more fragile than you imagine. Attackers are relentlessly testing them for any sign of weakness. The consequences of a compromised account can be devastating and far-reaching. Imagine waking up one morning to find yourself locked out of your own digital life. Photos have been deleted. Your username has been changed. Your followers are being spammed with malicious links or cryptocurrency scams. In more sinister cases, attackers might impersonate you, extort money from your friends and family, blackmail you with your private messages and photos. The emotional and financial toll can be immense, turning a beloved social platform into a source of profound stress and violation. This is the stark reality for thousands of victims every single day. This essay will pull back the curtain on the clandestine world of Instagram hacking. We'll dissect 10 of the most prevalent and insidious methods used by cybercriminals to breach user accounts. This is not a guide for aspiring hackers. It's a survival manual for the modern internet user. By understanding the enemy's tactics, you can learn to recognize their traps, fortify your defenses, and protect your digital identity from those who seek to exploit it. The fight for your online security begins with knowledge, and it's a fight you just can't afford to lose. The time to act is now, before you become the next cautionary tale. Phishing remains one of the most effective and widespread methods for compromising Instagram accounts. It preys on human psychology rather than complex code. This attack is really a masterclass in deception. An attacker crafts a fraudulent email, or a fraudulent text message, or a fraudulent direct message. The message is designed to create a sense of urgency or fear, compelling you to act without thinking. It might claim there's been a suspicious login attempt on your account, or that you violated a community guideline, or that you're eligible for the coveted blue verification badge. The goal is singular: to trick you into clicking a malicious link. Once you click the link, you're redirected to a web page. It's a perfect clone of the official Instagram login page. Every detail is meticulously replicated: the logo, the color scheme, and the font. Convinced it's legitimate, you enter your username and password. But this fake page is nothing more than a digital trap. The moment you hit login, your credentials are not sent to Instagram servers. They're captured in plain text and sent directly to the attacker. The attacker now holds the keys to your entire account. Consider a real-world scenario: a small business owner who relies on Instagram for sales. They receive a direct message that looks like an official copyright infringement notice. The message says a post was reported and their account will be permanently deleted within 24 hours unless they appeal by clicking a provided link. Panicked at the thought of losing their business, they click the link without hesitation. They land on the fake login page. They enter their credentials. Within minutes, the attacker has logged in, changed the password, and demanded a ransom to return the account. Protecting yourself from phishing requires vigilance and a healthy dose of skepticism. First, never click on links in suspicious emails, and never click links in suspicious direct messages. Scrutinize the sender's email address or username for subtle misspellings. Brute force attacks are the digital equivalent of a battering ram, relentlessly pounding on the door of your Instagram account until it breaks. In its simplest form, an attacker uses an automated script to try and guess your password over and over again. The software will systematically attempt every possible combination, letters, numbers, symbols, until it stumbles upon the correct one. This may sound crude, but with modern computing power, it can be shockingly effective against weak passwords. A dictionary attack, for instance, uses a pre-compiled list of common words, phrases, and frequently used passwords like 1234556 password Cordier. More advanced method is the credential stuffing attack. This is where attackers take massive lists of usernames and passwords that have been leaked from other data breaches, such as from LinkedIn, Adobe, MyFitnessPal, and systematically try those same combinations on Instagram. Since a lot of people reuse the same password across multiple services, this method has a very high success rate. Consider a user who has used the password soccer 2025 for their email, their online banking, and their Instagram account. A few years ago, a smaller forum they were a member of suffered a data breach, and their email and password combination was leaked and posted online. A cyber criminal obtains this list of leaked credentials. They then use an automated bot to stuff these credentials into Instagram's login page. When the bot tries the user's email and the soccer 2025 password, it gets a successful login. The attacker has now gained access without ever having to guess the password, simply by exploiting the user's poor password hygiene. The most powerful defense against all forms of brute force attacks is a strong, unique password combined with two-factor authentication. Section 5. Trick number 5. Exploiting third-party app vulnerabilities. You know, the Instagram ecosystem actually stretches far beyond just the official app. Tracking who unfollowed you, scheduling posts, analyzing follower growth, applying special photo filters. But to use these services, you're almost always asked to give them access to your Instagram account, usually by logging in through their platform. While, yeah, a lot of these apps are totally legitimate, they also represent a significant and often overlooked security risk. Every single app you connect to your account is another potential point of failure. A small app developer probably doesn't have the same robust security infrastructure as a tech giant like Meta. Their servers might be poorly configured. Their code could have vulnerabilities. Or they could even store your access credentials in a not-so-secure way. If a hacker discovers and exploits a vulnerability in one of these smaller apps, they could potentially get access to the data of every user connected to it. This can include the access token that lets the app act on your behalf, basically giving the hacker control over your Instagram account. For example, let's say a user downloads an app that promises to show them who's been secretly viewing their profile. Eager for this info, they grant the app full access to their Instagram account. The app works for a while, but eventually its developers abandon it and stop releasing security patches. A year later, a hacker finds a flaw in the app's outdated code, which lets them steal the access tokens of all its users. The hacker then uses this token to log into the user's Instagram account, change the email and password, and sell the account to the highest bidder. The user is left totally confused because their password was strong and they never fell for a phishing attack. So, protecting yourself from this threat really requires a minimalist and cautious approach to third-party apps. Be super selective about which apps you connect. Regularly audit access in Instagram settings, then security, and finally apps and websites. If you don't recognize an app, revoke access right away. Honestly, sticking to the official Instagram app for most functions is always your safest bet. Trick number 6. SIM swapping. Hijacking your digital identity. SIM swapping is one of the most invasive methods of account takeover. It strikes at the foundation of your digital identity, your phone number. Many online services, including Instagram, use SMS-based two-factor authentication. A criminal convinces your mobile provider to transfer your number to a SIM they control. Once they control your number, they pretty much control your digital life. The moment the swap is successful, your phone will lose network connection, displaying no service or emergency calls only. With your phone number now under their control, the attacker can start the password reset process for your Instagram account. Instagram sends a password reset link or code via SMS. That SMS is now delivered directly to the attacker's device. They use this code to set a new password, change the associated email address, and lock you out for good. Defending against SIM swapping means moving away from SMS-based security measures. Switch Instagram 2FA to an authenticator app like Google Authenticator or Authy, and ask your carrier to add a port-out PIN. Trick number 7, social engineering, the art of manipulation. Social engineering isn't a technical hack, it's a psychological one. It's all about manipulating people into giving up confidential information or doing things that compromise their own security. Attackers prey on trust, fear, curiosity, posing as an attractive person, a business partner, or a friend, building rapport, and then inventing a believable story. For example, they claim they're having trouble receiving a login code and ask to temporarily send it to your phone number. In reality, they use that code to compromise an account tied to that number. Another scenario, impersonating Instagram support to trick you into handing over control. The high price of intrusion, consequences, and your best defense. Hacking an Instagram account is not a harmless prank, it's a serious crime. Unauthorized access is illegal, including under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act in the United States. If caught and prosecuted, hackers can face hefty fines and even years in prison. Law enforcement traces digital footprints and brings cybercriminals to justice. For the victim, the consequences can be immediate and deeply personal. Attackers can deface the account, delete years of cherished photos and memories, and sever connections with followers. They may run scams or demand ransom in cryptocurrency, with no guarantee they'll honor the deal. Perhaps the most insidious damage is psychological. Anxiety, helplessness, even paranoia. Attackers may threaten to expose intimate conversations or photos, sextortion. Your best defense is proactive, multi-layered security. A long, unique, random password for Instagram managed by a reputable password manager. Enable strong two-factor authentication, preferably using an authenticator app rather than SMS. Regularly audit third-party apps and stay vigilant against phishing and social engineering. Security isn't a one-time setup, it's an ongoing practice. Fortifying your digital fortress, a final warning. Phishing, social engineering, password guessing bots, SIM swapping. The threats are varied and relentless. Go now and change your password. Make it long, make it random, make it unique. Enable two-factor authentication. Use an authenticator app. Take these threats seriously. Implement these defenses and reclaim control over your digital destiny.